Hey guys, just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And this Christian holiday, I call on everybody to look upon the universe as one and have empathy and sympathy and kindness for those people who struggle to get by in our society. And I also wanted to mention my channel in 2025 and ask you a question. Why watch my channel in 2025? Let me share just some of the few projects that I have going on. 1961 Deep Drive San Francisco Willie Mays replay. I have the 1975 World Series Deep Drive replay. I have a 1974 5-team Fall Classic replay, the ultimate Fall Classic replay. And this is done with the Helper Replay Baseball Helper, and I can compare and contrast the stats. 1984 Replay Classic, the Darling and Gooden starts only. So there's tons more stuff as well. Let's look and see. We got the Time Travel 1973 World Series, Mets and A's. I've got the Strat 2021, 1973, and 1959 Braves. So the first two are the Mets, the third one are the Braves. I got the APA 1922 Tournament, one and done. Back to Basics 2001 World Series Replay. I've got so much more. Let's not forget Field Day Baseball 1987 Mets replay. That's coming along beautifully, and that's a very, very easy to play and smooth game with lots of excellent advanced features that plays like a simple game, a basic game, but it's excellent. Don't forget my countless tutorials and unboxings. I look at the many details and I analyze charts closely, offering hacks and tips to understanding them and to sometimes playing around them. I offer videos on how to learn new games, the 8 tips on how to learn new games. And don't forget my mini series that's out there right now on the horror stories about draft leagues. That's 4 episodes, and episode number 1 is out there. So these are just some of the reasons to watch my channel in 2025. And today I'm basically featuring Long Ball. That's right, mid-1970s retro game that has a little bit of Strat, a little bit of app, a little bit of Status Pro. It's got a lot of thick, 1975 retro flavor. You're going to notice that and recognize that immediately. They use 2 8-sided die. The only twist is that the 8 is a 0 instead of an 8. You can use your own. And if you go to the Fall Classic, if you go to the Long Ball Facebook group, you can get a lot of free stuff in the file section. Also, remember to join Universal Baseball Association Facebook group. The group with almost 1,000 followers was basically hacked by an evildoer for reasons that are beyond me, and I'm not too sure exactly why. So anyway, we're starting it up again from scratch. I've got some great content creators on there, and they are really amazing in their enthusiasm and the product they put out for our hobby to kind of showcase the hobby and showcase all the different games. Kurt Berglund is there, RJL is there, and countless others. So just stop by and join in the Universal Baseball Association. It's based on the book. It's a fan base for the book, and of course for tabletop baseball as well. And all baseball games are welcome. And then, of course, all the affiliated sites, Field Day and Deep Drive, and just so many, I can't even count them, maybe 10 to 12. I think there's a replayed PC game as well, and on and on and on. So look out for my, there are 2 tutorials coming up. One is for long ball. The other one is for digital diamond baseball PC game. I will do a short tutorial on both of those, learn how to play these in 6 minutes. Check out all the tutorials I have on my channel, and like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in 2025. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe, and out. Tony Porter. Okay there, everybody. I wanted to give you a little taste of long ball baseball so you get a little general idea of the flow. I'm Tony Porter. This is Cards and Dice TV, or baseball tabletop baseball digest. We are ready to roll here. We are in the bottom of the 7th. Hunter's got a 5-0 shutout going. It's going to be Bill Sharp for the Brewers. It is Yankees at Brewers, opening day 1976. Let's do it. I rolled a 14. Now you're rolling 2d8 on this, and the only twist is that the 8 is a 0. So you can use any d8 and just make the 8 a 0. That's 14. That'll be off Sharp. And a 15, we're going to go to this giant board. And 15, with nobody on base, is going to be a bounce out. Catcher fields it, 2-3. All right, so we got 1 out. Little number in front of the plate, which the catcher pounces on. Dempsey is right on it. And next batter will be Robin Yount. Yes, sirree. Catfish Hunter versus Robin Yount. Nice little game. Nice flow. Very easy to understand. You roll a number. It's basically 50-50, a batter, pitcher. But then, of course, the better pitchers will influence the game more through their code here. Their rating of 1 to 4, I believe it is. And that'll come up on the boards and say, well, this is a hit unless you have a 1-rated pitcher, and then it'll be a strikeout. Anyway, it's a 75, so that will be off Hunter's card, and that's a 38. And the 38 is going to be a fly ball center field, and Rivers a few steps back, and he makes the catch for out number 2. It comes with this mat, has outs, runs, how many runs were scored in the inning, of course the inning, and then a place for the visiting team's pitcher card and the home team batters and so forth. So that is an F8. Let's get that down. And the next batter is Pedro Garcia. Let's do it. And it's a 43 that will be off Hunter. A 43 is a swing and a miss, strike 3, and he's out of there. So Hunter reaches back for a little extra and blows away Pedro Garcia. Okay. We are going to the top of the 8th inning. It's going to be Chris Chambliss leading off against Slayton. This is 76, so I let the pitchers go a lot deeper than normal. 61 off Slayton is a 14, and a 14 will be a ground ball unassisted to the first baseman, George Scott at first base. I'll go over the defense just to remind you of who are the guys that are on the field. It's going to be George Scott at first, Pedro Garcia at second, Robin Yount at short, Don Money at third. Slayton is on the mound, and Porter's behind the plate. In the outfield is Hegan, Lascano, and Sharp. Moore started the game but was injured, so I pulled him. And it's Oscar Gamble who's got a home run in this game. Let's do it. The pitch, it's a 41. That'll be off the pitcher, a 29. And the 29 is going to be a ground ball to third base. And Money up with it, fires a strike to George Scott to get Gamble. So that is a G53, and I'm going to do a short tutorial on how to play Digital Diamond Baseball, how to get it started for a season replay as a helper. It's really good because it includes every season for like one price of I think it's $22, $23. Greg Nettles up now. Greg Nettles, where does it say what he did today? Doesn't really say. Says what the pitcher did. I don't see what where the catcher, what it says about the batter. Okay, anyway, here's the pitch, and it's a 71, and a 71 will be off Slayton, and that's a 28, which is safe at first on an error. So we're going to use the Milwaukee error card. Going to roll again, and that's a 14, and a 14 says ground ball second base, and Garcia boots it. So on at first with 2 outs is Nettles. So it's an E4 if you're scoring at home, which I recommend you do that. This is not a whole game. This is a taste. You will see some complete games on my channel. I will do a tutorial next to teach you how to play this. And it's going to be Willie Randolph coming to the bat. He was traded from the Pirates with Doc Ellis for George Medich, who was the main figure in that deal for the Pirates. Doc Medich. Here's the pitch, and that's a 0-3, and a 0-3 is going to be a 16. A 16 with a runner on base. It's a single to right. Throwing error. So single to right. Runner to third, batter to second on throwing error, E9. If right fielder has a rated 1 arm, he holds first, no error. Okay, so Sharp, let's see what Sharp is. I believe Sharp is a 1 out there in right field. And he is a 1. See that outfield 1? So he will hold on to the ball, no error. No error. And it's runner advances first to third. Let me make sure that was the 03 is the 16. So runner on first, single to right, runner to third, batter to second on throwing error E9. If right fielder has a rating of 1, runner holds first, no error. Okay, so no error. So it's basically a single with 2-star advance. And that brings up, with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th, that brings up Rick Dempsey. And here's the pitch, and that's a 25, and a 25 will be a 9. A 9 is going to be with, what is it, first and third. We got to go across. That's one thing I'm practicing first. It's kind of like APA, a little bit of elements of APA chart. But this is a foldable and stand-up chart. Single to center, 1 scores, other to third. And that's going to be it for our boy Slayton. We're going to pull him now. Probably bring in Rodriguez. So it's a first base and 2-star advance. And we're going to go to the bullpen and bring in Ed Rodriguez. There we go. Ed Rodriguez is coming in. All right, let me see how the defensive bullpen. And we're going to grab Rodriguez. Pitching bullpen. All right, where's Rodriguez? There he is. And he will come in to pitch. Okay, let's see if this works. Oh yeah, I did it. Yep, he's in there. All right, it's Jim Mason up. So that is a single for Dempsey. And the score now is, how many runs did they score in this inning? 1 so far, 2 outs. We are in the 8th inning. And it's a 16. A 16 will be a 38 with the runners on first and third. A 38 with first and third is a sacrifice fly, but there's 2 outs, so it's a fly out to the center fielder, Lescano, and that will retire the side, my friend. So how do you feel so far about this game? Let me know in the comments. Does it seem smooth to you? Does it seem easy to play? This is the 2nd game that I've played. There we go. And that's going to be Catfish Hunter versus Hegan. Okay, so it's the bottom of the 8th. Let me shut the doors because the TV's really loud. All right, and it's Mike Hegan. Mike Hegan replaced Moore out there, Charlie Moore. got injured in the first inning. So Catfish has a shutout going here in the bottom of the 8th inning, 6-0 Yankees. Let's roll those two D8s, and it's going to be a 41, which will be off Catfish. A 41 is going to be a 29. 29 is a ground ball, third base. Nettles scoops it, fires the first in time for out number 1. All right, this is a little taste of Long Ball. It's a cool retro game from the mid-70s. So if you're a mid-70s chap, I recommend you checking this out. Go to the Facebook group, and there's a ton of free files that you can, replay several modern games as well as some older games. So that is going to be a 5-3. So Hunter's dealing here in this game. 1976, he was the ace of the Yankees in 75 and 76. 77, he did his part to get to the playoff World Series again. 62, and that will be off Hunter, and that's a 32. A 32 is going to be pop-up, middle infield, and it's Mason and Randolph, and Mason calls off Randolph for out number 2. So we got out number 2. No runs in this inning. I forget to do this because I'm not used to having a board like this, and I just did it for the flavor. And here is Don Money. No, actually Don Money just made out. Hold on a second. And it's George Scott. And it's a 47. That will be off Hunter as well. A 25, and a 25 will be ball 4. That's a walk. That's the second walk allowed by Hunter, who is a CO card. That means he's got control. So he does not give up a lot of walks. So Scott moves to first base, and we'll put a first base marker there for him, right there. This is the pitcher, I guess. And there are 2 outs in this inning. So here goes to Darrell Porter. Darrell Porter didn't do very much today. 67, and that's going to be a 30. 30 with a runner on first is going to be a pop-up right side. Chambliss waiting for it, makes the catch, and that retires the side. So the Brewers lead 1. And we go to the top of the 9th inning. So let's move that up 1. The only thing I didn't get with this game is the original chits. But I think I ordered a 77 version, and I think the chits should be in that one, I hope. All right, so here's Mickey Rivers against Ed Rodriguez. 0-7, 45, and a 45 will be a foul out. Popped up behind the plate. Near the stands is Porter, and he makes the catch for the first out of the top of the 9th inning. Actually, it's an FO. It's an FO2. All right. Next up will be Roy White. Here's the pitch, and that's a 75. 75 will be a 21. 21 is a fly ball left field. Hegan, he's a statue out there, makes the catch, and that's 2 away. So White flies out feebly to the left fielder. And next up with 2 outs is, I believe, Thurman Munson, the captain. Yes, sirree. And that's a 0-7, which is a 45, and a 45 will be a foul out again behind the plate on the third base side, and that is Porter. He gets there and makes the grab, the off-balance grab. He had to maneuver away from some batting helmets and some bats there on the on-deck circle. And that is an FO2 again. Two of those, I think, in this inning. All right, and that's 3 up and 3 down for Ed Rodriguez. And here's Catfish Hunter in the bottom of the 9th. 6-0 shutout Yankees. 6-9-2 for the Yankees. 0-3-2 for the Brewers. And Darrell Porter, no, he made out last. So now it's going to be, thank God I have this helper. I'm using, as I said, Digital Diamond Baseball. You get all the seasons. It's really easy to upload. I'm going to show you how to do it in a little bit. Do a tutorial on that, and I'll send this one out as well so you guys can watch and get a feel for these retro games that are kind of a little bit obscure, but they're really cool. So it's got an element of APBA, it's got the element of Strat. It's a 50-50 game, but then it's got pictures influence the game as well. That's a little bit like Status Pro. And then you have the charts, bases empty, first base, second base, but it's all on one stand-up cardboard or card stock type of hard card. Just stand up. All right, so here's the pitch from Hunter. It's a 0-2, and a 0-2 is a 23. 23 is a fly ball right field. Gamble takes a couple steps back. He's there for it, so that's the first out of the inning, F9. All right, so Hank Aaron flies out, and here's Sixto Lezcano. This is Hank Aaron's last season, and that's a 36. That's going to be off Lezcano. That's a 35, and a 35 will be a fly ball again to right. Gamble over to his right, couple of steps, and he pulls it in. So that's an F9. So it moves pretty quick. Now what takes me a little while is to input the data because I'm using a system that I've used in the past. And I'm kind of, I have to go into the keyboard next to me. Okay, here's Bill Sharp. And let's do it. 21 on Sharp's card. A 21 on Sharp's card is a 42, and a 42 is going to be a ground ball. Second base, Willie Randolph over to Chambliss, and that's the ball game, folks. So Catfish Hunter with a shutout 3-hitter gem. Right? Wow. It's nice to see that. You don't always see that. So anyway, that's why I like playing these older seasons. And what do you think? You think this is the type of game that you get into? I don't know, but I will do a tutorial on how to play it, a short one, like playing long ball in 6 minutes. And that's what I'll do. And I'm also going to do the short tutorial, 6-minute tutorial on how to play digital, how to upload a season, how to set it in your library, and then how to set up the season so you can play. I'll show you that. And take care, guys. Remember to like and subscribe. Merry Christmas to all, and I'll see you soon.